Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be checking out a steel enclosure for the cargo area of a Bronco by Xomzema. This is a steel enclosure that completely covers the back of the Bronco. It means that your valuables are going to be protected in the back. The only way to get into it is by opening the tailgate, which should be locked. So let's go check it out.
A big thank you to Xomzema for providing the product for this video. This steel enclosure has some assembly required, but that's just to help facilitate getting it into the back of the cargo area. It comes with all the mounting hardware you need, braces to go across the center of the panels for strength and rigidity, and contours the back of the cargo area nicely. The first step is to remove this trim panel that's behind the rear seats. It simply pulls up, you don't have to pull very hard at all. Next, you need to remove the covers from the tie downs, and these simply pop off as well. You're going to take this first bracket and slide it underneath the tie down. It's a pretty tight fit and you just need to wiggle it into place. I did notice the protective rubber around the edge of it is really quite soft, so I'm probably going to replace that with a more nylon based one. And insert the second bracket on the other side. And now you can reinstall the back seat trim panel. It is a little bit finicky, but you can just push it back down into place. Once you've done that, you can take the first panel and screw it into the bracket that you just installed. There's just 4 Allen bolts that mount this panel to the bracket. Tighten down those 4 bolts. Now repeat the process for the second panel on the mounting bracket on the other side. And don't forget to tighten down these 4 bolts as well. Next, you're going to put 2 braces along this center panel. Make sure you don't tighten them down too tightly, otherwise you might risk stripping out the bolts. Now the panel is ready to install, and it just slots into place. Now you can tighten down all the Allen bolts, but again, just don't tighten them too much. And do the same on the other side. Next, you need to remove the latches for the soft top. In this shot here, you can see I had some tie-down latches that I'd previously installed, and I will be using them again, but you more than likely don't have these installed. Next, take the top left-hand panel and rest it on top of the back that you've already installed. Pull the panel towards you so it lines up with the hole in the side mechanism for the latch. You use the included longer bolt with the longer spacer on the left-hand side and mount it into the hole. So you need the long bolt. I had the latch that I'd installed previously. It goes into the mounting panel. Then there is the long spacer, and then that goes into the latch for the soft top. And then on the back edge of this panel at the top, you have a couple of Allen bolts that you need to install. That just tightens everything together. And then it's the same process on the other side. The only difference here is you have a shorter spacer between the mounting panel and the bracket. Once you've got it positioned, tighten it all down. On top of the left and right panels, you're going to mount this attachment bracket. This will help hold the center panel securely. Now you can install the center panel. Rest it over the lip at the back of the panel that goes up the seat backs, and then tighten it down in place. And then on the back of that top panel, there are 3 Allen bolts that need to be installed. On the underside of the enclosure is a U-shaped bracket that needs to be installed. I used a persuader to put it in place. And then tighten down the 8 hex bolts. And then repeat the same process on the other side. And now you can install the 3 remaining cross braces. And as I mentioned before, don't tighten down the bolts too much. You can run the risk of stripping out the bolt threads. Just gently tighten them down. And that's it, the enclosure is now installed. As you can see, it offers edge-to-edge protection. This gives you lots of protection in the cargo area when you've got the soft top down or the hard top down on your Bronco. Here you can see the seats back in place, and you can still recline them as well. There's plenty of space for you to be able to do that. and this just shows how the enclosure is sealed by the tailgate.
As you can see, this is a multi-piece product. You've got to assemble it to get it installed, but that kind of makes it a little bit easier to install as well. You can do it in bits, not quite so heavy, because this is a heavy product. It protects the cargo area really well. You can't get in there unless you open the tailgate. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Give the video a like, maybe subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.